Alright, we have made it to the campground. Megan is checking in right now, and I'm hanging out near the car with Spark. But so far, the view in and around Chamonix is absolutely stunning. Totally underrated, even though it's been quite hyped. And we're really excited to explore. Right, we have made it to Mer de Glace campground here in Chamonix and set up camp. It's a beautiful day, and we're going to go for a little walk and see what Chamonix looks like and show you around the campground. Definitely a first for us, camping with a view of a glacier in the background. Beautiful. It's getting a little busier downtown, so put the masks on. We're going to check it out.
The enclosed lift behind me, and we're looking at this map, and we appreciate the fact that they indicate which areas are accepting of dogs and which areas they're not allowed in, and it looks like the majority of the lifts they are allowed in. Spark, however, did not have a great reaction to it upon first seeing it, which is why she's being held, but we're hoping that if she gets in one, she might enjoy it a little bit more. We just departed from the Brevent gondola stop at Chamonix. It's definitely a pricey experience, but I think it's a really neat one, and I'm excited that we're doing it. An extra bonus is that it's dog friendly, so you can bring your dog in the gondola with you. And I think it's growing on her. When we first got on, she was a little nervous, which is fair. It is a little bit different than anything she's done before, but she seems to be enjoying the view. So I think all is well in Spark's Chamonix experience.
So we are just a few steps away from the gondola, and it is absolutely quiet with just this stunning view of the mountains, and this is very nice. Alright, just did a little hiking and made it to the top of this boulder, which is pretty cool, and it is starting to rain, so it's time to go down. Alright, morning of day 2. We are now on our way to one of the things I've been looking forward to since we decided to come to Chamonix, which is paragliding. So we are going up the same lift that we did yesterday, and when I say we, this is actually just me. Surprisingly, I couldn't talk Megan into it. It is absolutely beautiful today. Not a cloud in the sky. Sun is rising and hitting the mountains in just a stunning light, and perfect weather conditions to go jump off a mountain and hope a parachute glides you down. So I've got the GoPro, we're bringing Oz, and hopefully we'll capture it. Megan's going to be at the landing site to try and get us landing, so we'll take you along on the journey, but very excited about this. We're at the Brevent ski area where we were yesterday. It's a lot busier this morning. Probably want to get an early start on their hikes and such, but this is where we leave to go paragliding, and we take the same lift and just go from right up there. So let's see what it's like. Megan's going to be at the end, hopefully watching me land gracefully on their field, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. That's great. Keep upright, keep upright. Don't keep upright. Now a good run. Come on, give a solid run. Well done, you can stop running. Nice good. To be a hunter's place. Look at the people walking on the trail over here. Wow.
waiting in a field for David to land from his paragliding, and all I know is that his paraglide is red and green, so turns out from a distance it's incredibly difficult to tell if they are red and green, so I filmed a lot of different paragliders landing today, and I really hope I catch him. As you can see behind me, they're landing pretty much every 30 seconds or so, so it's very busy today, and hopefully we'll get David soon.
Just finished paragliding, and now we're off to Mer de Glace, which is a cool glacier. Paragliding was just such a cool experience. It reminded me a lot of parasailing, but you just have so much more control over where you're going, and the views are just so much more dynamic, and flying over the Alps was just stunning. So we would definitely recommend it. It's kind of like time stands still while you're up there, and it was just really cool. I'm sure that the footage doesn't even do it justice. But today we're going to now do some more hiking, take a train up to this glacier, hopefully see the ice cave, and we'll take you along on the journey.
Freezing outside, a little bit
to the top of Mer de Glace, or Glass, I guess. And you can see the glacier in the background behind me. I think we're going to take this gondola down and see if we can see the ice cave. Here's the train that we took up. Much faster than our original plan, which was to hike it, which would have taken the whole day. And pretty great view up here.
Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you.
Behind us is the Mer de Glace, which is a glacier that's sort of set into the mountain here in Chamonix. To get here, you have to take a series of forms of transport or do a serious hike. We opted for the transport because we're only here for really one day, and David's paraglide instructor recommended that. So we took the train, and then we took a cable car down, and then a cable car back up, and now we're here.
Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you.
We decided to hike back down to Chamonix because the train and the cable cars and everything are very crowded today, and we just wanted to kind of get away from the crowds for personal reasons, just to have some fresh air alone and enjoy the outdoors by ourselves, and also because of course COVID-19 and the precautions with that. So we're enjoying a little hike down. It should take us about 2.5 hours. It's all downhill, so it should be quite enjoyable.
I know that we just met the other night, but I can't get you off my mind. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you.
Alright, we have finished our hike. We made it. It took us about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think we probably went down about 3,000 feet, maybe more actually, but it was a nice hike. Glad we had our walking sticks. I think we're all a little tired, but we did it, and it had some just incredible views. So glad we did it, and I'm looking forward to a nice dinner today. Our last day in Chamonix, and today we are taking advantage of something I think that's really unique to French campgrounds, and that is fresh bread delivery. So you can put in your order the night before and they deliver whatever you want to this little hut, and you go pick it up in the morning and get some French bread from a local bakery. We have just finished our first camping expedition of the trip in Chamonix at the Mer de Glace campground, and it was beautiful. We had an amazing view of Mount Blanc. We were supposed to rain, but it didn't, and we got some great hiking in. definitely have to come back to Chamonix in the winter. But now we are setting out on a 5-hour drive to Grenoble. Now, astute map observers would notice that it's only a 2-hour drive to Grenoble. And the reason that we're doing that is we're visiting our first national park today. We're going to be driving through and pretty much the center of the national park, and we're going to take you along on the drive. Here we go. So we're still in the Mount Blanc tunnel. Turns out it's quite long, but I thought that it may be interesting to share. It's kind of surprising, I think, that they let you drive through here, and they give you a whole piece of kind of a pamphlet on what to do if you're in an accident. And then they also take this kind of distance very seriously. So they've got these blue lights spaced out, and they maintain it so that they don't let you actually leave the pavement gate until you're, you know, X amount of distance away from the car in front of you. So everything's very spaced out, but at the same time, you're also just on a 2-lane road, basically. So it's, you know, it's kind of an interesting setup, and you could definitely see, I mean, this tunnel is probably miles long, so it's kind of, it would definitely be a challenge if you got in some sort of accident here. So you can see why they take it pretty seriously. So yeah, we're just kind of cruising around. Looks like that was a fire station that we just passed in the middle of the tunnel, so that's interesting. And we'll see you, I guess, when we get to Italy.
We're back in France. We just entered the Parc National de la Vanoise, which is one of France's national parks. And we decided to just get out of the car and stretch our legs with a little walk down to the waterfall. So it's beautiful here, very green, lots of little small waterfalls and kind of stones strewn throughout the fields. So it's a really pretty topography, and we're just enjoying a little hike.